Philadelphia is one of the oldest cities in the United States of America, where thousands of Indonesians now are living, chasing a dream of what is called the American dream. About 3 months ago, at the beginning of March 2020, the city was still running normally with all its residents' activities. Residents still enjoyed the warm atmosphere of restaurant interiors, including Asian restaurants. Businesses are still full of customers. Students were still going to schools. Residents were still playing in the city parks, welcoming the expected warm spring that is about to come. Just like any other residents of Philadelphia, Indonesian workers were still enjoying their hard-earned paycheck received from working in factories, restaurants, offices, or wherever else they work. However, deep inside their normal activities lies a sense of worry about a global threat that will jeopardize their safety in their daily lives. Within a few days, such worry becomes true. COVID-19 has devastated ordinary lives of citizens of the world, including those in America.
There have been close to 2 million reported cases of COVID-19, including more than 100,000 reported deaths in America.
COVID-19 has crippled many activities in the city of Philadelphia.
I can confirm that the Health Department, in consultation with the State Health Department and CDC, have confirmed that Philadelphia has a case of the coronavirus.
Philadelphia is now in the status of stay-at-home order. Now, the city of Philadelphia suddenly turns silent. All of its residents' activities are drastically restricted. Members of the Indonesian community in Philadelphia is not an exception.
The impact for the Indonesian community here in South Philadelphia is one about the students. They don't go to school and they have to stay home.
There's a lot of people that lose their jobs and cannot provide for themselves and for the family. And because of the COVID-19, we cannot go to the church, we cannot go to the mosque. So that's the thing that we are losing.
Routine religious activities in the form of worship or gathering, which the Indonesian community regularly holds to socialize as well as to worship, suddenly are prohibited.
By losing the time of spending together in the place of worship like church or mosque, meaning we lose connection, we lose time being together, and that's really important in our community.
It's definitely hard for the community because we have to shut down all the activities in the masjid, and unfortunately we couldn't reach out further for members' daily activities.
And of course we meet each other, and of course the Indonesian culture, after worship we have food. Because of this situation we don't have time of fellowship, we don't have time to share the foods and share our story in the table. So that's what we miss right now.
We only provide the online khutbah or lecture after the Eid prayer because we have to follow the instruction of the local government order.
Lockdown in some ways give us hard time. We cannot worship in the building, but virtual worship reach more people compared to worship in the building.
Many business sectors must be closed for an uncertain period of time. Because of this, thousands of Indonesian workers lost their jobs.
Have a huge, tremendous effect on all of my work because my whole work is surrounded by crowd. You know, anything from concert to nightlife, bars, restaurants, even conventions. It is now non-existent.
Saya nggak ada kerjaan karena mereka mengurangi jumlah karyawan dan saya nggak ada penghasilan sama sekali.
Indonesian community leaders, in collaboration with other members of the community, several humanitarian organizations, religious communities, and business owners, work hand in hand in helping members of the community in various forms of assistance, without breaking social distancing guidelines.
Kami memberikan makanan gratis kepada warga Indonesia yang tinggal di South Philadelphia dalam bentuk pengantaran sembako ke alamat-alamat tanpa memandang agama maupun gereja manapun. Tetapi kami juga membagikan ribuan bahan-bahan makanan setiap Senin dan Kamis kepada komunitas bangsa-bangsa bekerja sama dengan CIMEK selama hampir 3 bulan ini.
We've been doing in the last 3 months is passing groceries back. After 2 or 3 months, I believe right now we're passing almost 100 plus groceries back every Wednesday. We need that to help our congregation or our people because some of people in very desperate need.
Ini sudah minggu yang ke-11, kita seperti biasa setiap Sabtu mengadakan distribusi care package ke saudara-saudara kita yang membutuhkan di South Philadelphia. Jadi biasanya kita sudah ada list namanya dari teman-teman sekitar kita yang kita tahu persis bahwa mereka kehilangan pekerjaan. Kemudian dari situ kita kasih mereka form. Jadi di form itu apa aja yang dibutuhkan. Dari list yang ada, kita langsung delivery ke alamat masing-masing.
We come together and we collect donations within the community amongst ourselves too to give out care packages specifically for Indonesian community but also just anybody in the neighborhood. This is something that we do every 3 weeks and also we're going to continue to do this for the rest of the year for every month.
We also join fundraising with other agencies, with other partners to help the Indonesian community in Philadelphia who is affected by COVID-19 by giving them some financial support.
As community, we try to collect funds for the people who are suffered, such as the unemployment members or people who are infected.
Financial assistance to alleviate the economic burden not only comes from fellow members Indonesian community, but also the American government.
Bantuan juga dari school district bagi anak-anak berupa cash ya melalui EBT card. Jadi itu diambil dari dana lunch anak-anak di sekolah dengan kalkulasi yang mereka lakukan. Jadi para orang tua akan menerima EBT card sama dengan food stamp yang bisa dipakai untuk belanja makanan di rumah.
We supporting financially with helping them filling up the application and completing the requirements so that they can get all the benefits available for them. We are so thankful there are member and family who get their rent paid by the city for several months.
The state have a PUA, which is Pandemic and Employment Assistance, and the state level actually also give emergency cash for people that eligible to get food stamp or emergency money. They could get extra help. Now the federal government, the first one is from the SBA or Small Business Assistance, and also federal government giving stimulus money.
Last month I got a stimulus from government. It's helped me a lot. Yeah, it's helped.
Saya mengerti kalau orang yang baru sembuh, mereka mungkin takut kalau saya masuk kerja. Namun saya juga punya hak sebagai seorang pekerja full time. Oleh sebab itu sekarang saya coba untuk mengapply unemployment.
Unfortunately, not all members of the Indonesian community can receive this financial assistance because of legal administrative requirements that cannot be met. Therefore, most members of the community inevitably have to keep working to earn money to pay their financial necessities.
The challenge that we have, money, economic, or health. I do believe that we do need both of them because when we have money but we don't have health, then what is our money for? But if we not working, so then we don't have the money, then we also have a problem.
Yes, we are in the same storm, but in different boats. It's hard for me to judge them or to assess them saying like, oh, that's not right, because we don't know their financial situation. I feel sad if they insist to go to work, but I try also to understand their situation. I think that's the dilemma in every places.
So, what do members of the Indonesian community do to meet their economic needs in order to continue their life? And what about the actual danger of COVID-19 itself, the coronavirus? Are members of the community more afraid of experiencing economic hardship over the real threats to their health? There have been 7 members of the Indonesian community who died among more than 50 members who have been declared positive. Among them are still struggling in their treatment to stay alive. In the next episode, let us find out their story about their struggle to make a living by risking their safety. And also the story of those who have been tested positive of coronavirus, struggling to survive by fighting the real enemy, the COVID-19.